What's good, YouTube? I'm Steel here, and in today's video we're looking at a deck that's been dominating the rank ladder and has personally sped ran me into the top 1000, as two different variants have led me to a total record of 25-8, including a 13-game win streak. For those of you that are counting, that's a 76% win rate across the span of over 30 games. I will be going over both lists, but the gameplay in this video will come from that 13-game win streak. But before we get into the deck that's giving me such a dominating success, I'd like to ask y'all to please consider subscribing as the road to 1000 continues, and truly every sub counts. Also, if you'd like to see me play top tier decks like these live, make sure to tune into my streams as I stream Monday through Friday starting at 11 PM Eastern on both YouTube and Twitch. So hope to see you there, and let's get right into the deck list. As you should already know, if I titled this video correctly, is that the deck in question is Saibanobi's Oricorio Greninja, and since its inception, it has been seen many iterations spanning from Shaman to Pikamoku to Sylveon to none of the above. Of all the variants, there's two that have really worked for me this season, and we will begin with the one you see here, which is the Pikamoku version. I piloted this build to a 12-5 record so far this season, and with the dip of Sylveon Greninja as well as the rise, or I guess stability, of Sylvali in general, this version of the Oricorio Greninja can sacrifice the speed that Sylveon was giving it and brings to the list for a viable answer to the aggression that comes from a deck like Sylvali and other things in the format. Other things to know from this list is the one copy of Guzma. Personally, Guzma is really strong. This format, mainly whether you're fighting Darkrai Giratina with their helmets, or Guzzlord with their barbs, even Buzzwole with using Leaf Cape. If you're able to get rid of that earlier in the game, it comes clutch. But feel free to swap that for a second copy of Irida, or even an Iono if you feel drawn to those cards instead. Not to take anything away from this build, the list I really want to talk about is the one that I was able to take on a 13-game win streak, which is the Frogadier version. This version of the deck sacrifices tech choices such as Shaman, Pyukumuku, and Sylveon to completely focus on consistency. The Frogadier essentially serves as a third, albeit slower, copy of Candy, of Rare Candy that is, that makes the deck far less vulnerable to Mars and red card plays. Also, you can see the list opted for a second Irida rather than the one Guzma, but again, that comes down to preference. If you feel like you need the Guzma, feel free to do that. The second Irida is definitely one of the more flexible options. Overall, this strategy, regardless of the build, really benefits from the lesser amount of Sylveon Greninja and makes the most of how popular Darktina continues to be. Once played correctly, matchups such as Darktina become trivial, and with the correct line and enough patience, you really have a good matchup against other popular decks such as Espeon EX. Ultimately, this deck feasts off EX decks thanks to Oricorio and punishes like the lower floor of other decks with the versatility of Greninja. Not to mention that there's not a better self-reliant finisher in the game than Giratina, as both the lists you saw today run only water and lightning energy. Thus, Giratina's ability is the only way that it gets its psychic energy to attack. With that said, there's no better way to showcase or explain how good this deck is than with some gameplay, so stick around for that. And if the video leaves you hungry for more examples, I'll link the YouTube video to the entire live stream in which I had the 13-game win streak, as there were a couple of great games that didn't make the video due to time. As always, thank you for watching, and above all else, stay pro. This is our second Giratina open. Use a similar list. Oof. All right, at least we both have. All I want is the baby shiny Gary. Oof. I pulled one. I'm not gonna. I was about to research. Let's not do that. I started. What's top 10K right now? 1850 according to HK. Thank you, HK. No me escribe, que te busco, yo sé dónde tú vives. Hasta ahora sí ya, pero por dentro tú tienes alegría. Te la saco, lo traigo y sabes que me pongo bellaco. Mona, pero estamos envueltos hace rato. We were just a rare candy away, man. At least the Irida lets us stall a different type of way. And we could afford to take the hit. Alright, let's go here. Let's go here. Alright, next turn we could Irida back out into the Froki, and it's like if nothing happened. I went up against someone in rank today that used the Celebi with Magby and Ho. What in the world? Oh, that's true. Celebi doesn't care about the grass energy, right? Like in terms of like how many coin flips, it's just how many energy it has attached. Not that that makes it like justified, but I get it. Es una play, ya hiciste un crossover. Que te diste, me diste game over. Dime de mañana te vas a quedar. Prende la alarma, te lo voy a dar. Ey. Otra wizard. It just needs one grass to use its move, but the flips count for any energy. I was so dumbfounded. Yeah, no, that's wild. Is that the Colores album by J Balvin? No, this is Un Verano Sin Ti by Bad Bunny. Es Moscow Mule. Está así. Que tú, mami, qué rica te desnuda. Que te lo que yo sentí. Una noche en la suite para darte tabla. Dale, mami, habla. Tú eres una diablona. No te hagas para darte tabla. Dale, mami, habla. Tú eres una diablona. No te hagas. We got everything we... But regardless, that the Colores album is fire though. But no, it's not what I'm singing. Bad Bunny's an icon for breaking language barriers the way he did. Yikes. This hurts, but it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. As long as we draw rare candy, of course, right? Sabrina can be bad. Yeah, if we tried though, right? Technically, he can't attack with Giratina. Unless he has Cape. And if he retreats, then he gives us... Okay, so... Bro, there's no way, dude. I marched this man, by the way. I marched him into the exact 3 cards he needed. Sabrina, Cape, and the rest didn't matter. But Jesus Christ, dude. There was a Mars. Oh. Now you're in my domain. It's a turn late, but at the same time, it's better a turn late than any later than now. We got some funny. Now it's a ticking time bomb? Yup. And that bomb is called, like, drawing rare candy. And he's already in the active spot, so I don't even need to play around that either. There you go. GG's. Never really yours. Things to miss me, that's just money. Second cape incoming? Yeah, but we got Cyrus now. We don't care about no second cape. I guess what we care about is like red. It might force like a tie or something. I don't know what the math is there. Not even, no, we'd be at 30 HP, right? No, red would leave us at 10? I don't know, wait, no. 120, yeah, red would leave us at 10 and we don't have a water energy coming. And of course there's no water energy, so... Alright, what are the chances they have Cyrus? Honestly, I'd rather lose 10 points and a chance to have a win streak going. So I'm gonna put him on better half Cyrus. Y que sea lo que Dios quiera. Because next turn we're able to charge water, Irida. Bueno, nos vimos, pienso en cómo nos comimos, después dividimos cada cual por su camino. Bad time for good luck. Well, we still lose to Cyrus, but tell me you don't know how the game works without telling me you don't know how the game works. That's not how the game works, Gabri. Elijah, if I would have attacked, the recoil kills me too, bro. It doesn't matter if you get 4 or 3, whatever. Once both players get 3, it's a draw. TikTok on some. And they say it confidently too. It helps us, and like, I don't know. It's more for Oricorio and it's more for Giratina than it is for the frog. That's what I was trying to get to. Well, let's hope it's one of those that just sees Oricorio and scoops, right? It's not the HP, it is if you don't find candy. Oh, you're talking about what? Oh, you're talking about the 20 HP as in like the... Yeah, no, it's not to wall up. It's literally just so... It's like a third candy, basically. Tengo tu nombre en la arena, a ver si lo borro, pero tus labios y tus ojos son tengo de borro. No sales de mi cabeza. Otro fil y otra cerveza. After that epic stall game, bro just wants a free win. I really do, but bro, if there's somebody that retreats less than Espeon, it has to be Charizard players. And he's not even on the find a friend. He's just like, I got this stuff. Oof. Yeah, yo te quiero. Surely he doesn't have hand disruption, right? Okay, so that's okay. So if we have Cyrus, all we gotta do is snipe the Eevee in the back in his game, right? Bro, trying to luck out on the Ember chart. He might. Hits us with Geo or something. Man, just straight up saying, I got it. I got it like that. You know who else got it like that? Every single time I versus the Char, they have the Flareon. I've heard Typhlosion is teched into the Zard now too. I've heard it, but I've yet to see it, right? Oh, so they think I'm just a Dirto or something? What's on? What's going on? What's going on? They don't know who I am, bro. Cooked? Yeah, no. It's because we got the edgy raid, dude. I'm gonna kill some cereal. Alright, let's Pokeball. How badly do we want Oricorio? It's a 6-7% chance that we see Oricorio. There's, I bet. I want to keep researching hopes for 10-2 speedrun record. I'll show you the list after the fact. I don't have the command. I don't have the command up. Half laziness, half not knowing how to do it. Keep watching this guy. You'll learn fast. You'll learn something, good or bad. I don't know, but you'll learn something. I'm great about 3 fighting for my life. You feel actually anybody who's new. Hold up, because I'm actually four subs away from YouTube subs free from reaching my 10 a day mark that I've been trying to get in August. And that's feel free to check it out if you can. Cereal's the new chips for us millennials. Do you only use Giratina Greninja? No. I play everything. It's just it's working, so I'm currently on a 10-game win streak, so I'm like I'm not gonna change nothing. Okay, so we're in a tough spot here because it depends on what Sylveon they're playing and if they, I mean, Evolution they're playing, and if they find the out, right? I still think we hide behind Oricorio. This is just in case they go, they only have 2 EVs, right? So if they go into, if they're playing the Sylveon out, they can't knock it out. They could do 70 damage max. What's the deck? Simon Nobi not broken today? No, I'm free to play though. That's fine, that's fine. I'm started playing right after Transfer Light. Oh, okay, let me read that. I started playing right after Transfer Light. I have 4,000 cards, but I'm missing some meta Pokemon cards. My advice, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly, Squirtle. The deck is, this one is what you see on the board. Greninja or Oricorio with a Giratina. But if you download PokeHub, you can play the old stuff. The old stuff is better than the new stuff currently. Like, the only new thing that matters is, like, what we're playing right now. And there's apps like PokeHub or what. You see, like, right now, this is why we put the cape. Solo. The most damage they could do right here is 70 unless they go double cape. The only issue is that obviously we don't have, like, we're drawing really troll here. Mars here doesn't make any sense. Frog forces them to evolve. Like, we definitely do this into this. Might as well. Sweet. I've watched your videos on some solo battles that helped me out. I'm glad you watched. Thank you for watching, Fernando. But yeah, basically, if you want to subscribe to that, I wouldn't take it personal. Hold up. I can trade you too. I tried PokeHub and Poke Trade app for trades. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. If they play the Espeon 1 prizer, then we lose. But this play, okay, no, this is the correct play. Interesting that they played that, so they don't play any other out. And I doubt they play another Sabrina. Running through the darting us. We're still young. About you and just we don't sleep enough. Now they just can't play the game? Yeah. Now, right now on PokeTrade, 10 screens full of people offering Ninja. Oof. Wait, if they run, oh, that's true. If they run Guzma, we're kind of cooked, right? So we need to draw Irida off the top. If they run Guzma, okay, they left. Thank God. I was like, wait, I didn't even think about Guzma. Yeah, and we're doing My best run in a minute. Have you won all 12 with this deck? Yeah. This is the only deck I've played on stream so far. The name of the title is really testing top decks for tomorrow, for the tournament tomorrow, and I've been cooking. Granted, this is the mirror match, right? Alright, so if they draw better, we're cooked. Oh wait, they're playing Sylveon. Actually, no, this could be Sylveon Greninja, which is our worst matchup, by the way. Mars turn 1 is diabolical. I deserve a Froakie. But life isn't about what we deserve, so here we are. Diciendo que te olvide cuando te extraño solo por estos memes, yo no sigo nada. He borrado tu foto, solo la puse privada. I know I butchered the lyrics. Twitch might not know because the audio's above it, but... Oh yeah, 12 and 2, my bad. Por estar mirando para abajo, pensando en ti, siempre cabizbajo. Me veo gordito, nada que rebajo. There it is. We have to... If they find a friend, we have to assume they either found... I think we have to Mars and hope that they break again. If available, do you always start with Ori? Depends on the... Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm about to give you an answer. Yeah, no, 100%. It's ideal. You use dual energy, lightning and water, and there will be games where you get cooked by the fact that you don't find like one or the other, but that's just part of the game. Que salado, bro. Yo sé que es un error. That's fine though. I'm okay with Greninja. What I was scared of was Sylveon. Also, this play is kind of crazy. Greninja's here out to Oricorio. What are you doing? It's the hard counter, but they bricked and they're playing it kind of weird, right? Also, we haven't seen a water energy, but we don't gotta talk about that. We know their hand is either Sylveon or Giratina or a Greninja or something. All right, we'll have Greninja set up by next turn if God willing. No excuse. Find a new place to hang this noose. Fill me up from atop these roofs. Don't get loose. Truth is, you can stop and stare and laugh out, and no one cares. If they try to snipe the frog, we could always draw rare candy. This is not a Giratina angle. Like, we saw Giratina too late. We're definitely on the offensive now. Hard to say, but Buzz is always a good choice because a lot of decks form is. Wait, what's going on? What's the question? Did I miss a question? Oh, I have a 10-pack to open. I'm fairly new at the game. I've been progressing with naturally not using Pokehub. What deck do you recommend? What pack? Wait, hold up. This is fine though. They can't attack this turn. Not sure why they did that for. Again, this guy played it horrendously, so we don't mind, but... We gotta get rid of the shiny. Yeah, Cape is also good against Greninja, but we didn't see it, so... Also, water energy would be nice, so that Greninja wouldn't be in danger here, but... The good thing is that they out Oricorio, we do have an energy on the back of one already, right? GG's.